Hey everyone, thanks so much for tuning in for this video. I get a lot of questions about makeup that is appropriate for the workplace. I know if you're watching YouTube a lot, you see tons of tutorials, and a lot of them are, really bright or dramatic looks, something that would be great for a night out. But what is that look that's really good for every day that you can accomplish very quickly and just get out the door and manage to look polished? And I feel like I have a look that I can share with you today that is going to accomplish just that for you. I know not everyone goes to the workplace. You may be a stay-at-home mom and you just want a look that you can put together really quickly, so you kind of look put together if someone comes to the door or if you've got to run out and do some errands. This is just a good everyday look. So if you're a student, this is another thing to think about that might be a really easy look for you to pull off. And I'm going to be using some products from this kit from Lola. It's really cute. It comes with a little lip gloss keychain here, but it also comes with 5 products on the inside, and I'm going to be using all of those in my look. I've got a shadow, kind of a neutrally shadow trio here. I've also got an eyeliner and a mascara and a lipstick and a lip liner. So throughout the course of this tutorial, I'll show you how to use all of those products to get a really wearable, really work-appropriate look. After applying a primer to my eye, I'm going to take my Lola eye trio here in Suede. You can see 2 of the shades are kind of matte. One has just a little bit of sparkle in it, but it's really, I find it doesn't really show up much. But I'm going to take the lightest shade here with my e.l.f. eyeshadow brush. Just pick up some of that color and put it on like the inner half of my lid. So just kind of pat that on. You'll notice it just kind of neutralizes the shade of your lid. It's not going to, be a real intense color. Although it is pigmented for what it needs to do. So put that down there, and then I'm just going to flip my brush over and go to this shade. It's kind of a beige with a little hint of sparkle. And I'm going to pat that on the outer half of my lid. And you can see that gives off a little more color. It's just kind of a warm light brown. And then I'm going to also take that shade and kind of blend it up into the crease. So you can see I've sort of flipped my brush over and I'm kind of wedging it there in my crease. And that way we're kind of applying a little base here for the darkest shade so it will blend even easier. I'll go over all of that with a blending brush. This one that I have is just from Revlon. It's a contour shadow brush. And just buff right over the edge. It's not going to be hard. This is a really blendable shade and it's not very dark to begin with. But go back to the lightest shade, and that is what we're going to use as our highlight. So pick up some of that on your brush and just kind of go right under your eyebrow with that creamy shade. And this has no shimmer to it, so you're going to put it on there and it's just going to, lighten up the area without being too harsh and sparkly. Next I'm going to take my fine crease brush. So any small, this is from Essence of Beauty, available at CVS, but any small brush you can use that you feel like you have quite a bit of control with. Take that into this deepest brown, which really, I can't quite call it a dark brown. I'd call it a dark to medium brown maybe on this shades, and it's matte. So just get a little bit of that on your brush and just kind of look down into your mirror and take that right into your crease. Get a little natural, depth going on there. Take it, follow just where your natural crease is here. So I'm going in a little bit. And then, if you want to just kind of pull it out a little bit in the outer corner, just a little more, you can see where we've got just a hint more darkness there. You can do that. Just pick up a little more shadow and kind of work out from the outer edge of your eye. It's nice and matte. It's not going to, if you have sort of some fine lines or, some wrinkles in the outer corner of your eye, shades like this that are matte are not going to, really spotlight those areas, so that's always nice. And I'm using a little fluffier brush here. It's again that Revlon one that I was using before, and just going over the borders of that color. These are extremely easy to blend out the, you know, outer edges of your shadow. So there we go. That's the shadow look, really simple and easy. Next, we're going to go to the liner that's provided in this kit, and it's called the Fine Line Eye Pencil. It's very, very skinny, as you can see, and it's, I mean, it's super skinny in terms of the little part of the applicator where the liner actually comes out of. You know how sometimes you get a liner from the store and it's kind of been sort of filed down to a little bit of a tip at the end, and you're thinking, okay, this is nice, it's nice and defined, but eventually that wears down and you're just kind of left with that rounded tip. This will only get so wide. You know, it remains very fine because that's a very fine tip that it's coming out of. So what we're going to do is sort of a technique I like to call undetectable eyeliner. We're able to keep this very, very close to our lash line. We're just going to kind of darken up the lash line without drawing it out any further or making it real thick. So this is a really, really easy thing to do with this kind of liner. So I start kind of in the middle and staying really close to my lash line. I just kind of draw that out. Just a little bit. You can see as I look up, you know, it's just kind of deepened it up, but it's not too much. And this is a black liner as well. So staying really close in, you know, just kind of now start to work your way a little closer. You can use short strokes, kind of like I'm doing, to really ensure that you are staying as close to the lash line as possible. And just kind of slowly work your way into the inner corner. Next, we're going to just do a little bit. We're not going to rim our eyes entirely in this shade, but you can see I'm just putting a little bit of that right here. Like I'd say the outer, yeah, if you split that up into thirds, maybe it's the outer third of your lower lash line. And then I'm kind of just going over that with my finger a little bit, blending that out. Okay, so that's really just going to help to make your eyes look wider. When you've got that kind of going out here and then a little bit here, you're giving a nice framework to your eyes. So you can put the liner away now and find a liner brush. And we're going to go to the darkest shade here, this brown, the matte brown that we were using in our crease. And we're just going to top that off here. And just go ahead and carry whatever's left right in under your eye. It's not going to be defined, it's not going to be very dark, but it's going to be polished and it's really going to finish your look. If you have a smudge brush that you like to use, you can totally take that, like any kind of pencil brush, you can kind of take that under at this point and make that even more diffused. The one I'm using is from Bourjois Paris. It's just this pencil type brush. And just smudge it out, you know. It doesn't have to be that precise. Next, I'm going to curl my lashes and I'm going to apply the Lola Eyes Ultimate Mascara in black. The tube looks like this, pretty red tube. And this is what the brush looks like. Kind of a large brush, but I find it really defines and kind of separates the lashes. So I'm going to put that on, and I'll also tell you what's on my lips right after this. Okay guys, here is my finished look, just a really polished, natural look using some neutral shades. I've got my mascara on there, curled my lashes, of course, and on my lips, there are two products that come in this kit for lips, and it's a lip pencil in Foxy. And this sort of reminds me of Rimmel's Exaggerate, only it's not quite so red. It borders on more of a berry red, meaning it has a slight bit more of a pinkish tone to it. And then this really, really awesome lipstick, which is a great thing to be able to toss in your purse because it has actually a built-in mirror. Here's a look at the packaging. So cute. And this shade is called VJ. It's a lip sheer, it says. And when you open it up, that opens there and it says there's a little Lola in every woman, and it has a little mirror there. So you really can, I mean, it's big enough to where you can just like check your lipstick as you put it on. And the shade that I have on is kind of a creamy, it's like a creamy rose. It's got a lot of red to it, but it's not like a pure cherry red. It's not super bright. I think it's really wearable, and I think using reddish shades like that on your lips give you that really polished look, makes your teeth look whiter, just kind of pulls everything together and looks nice with a natural eye. So yeah, that's the lip color I have on there with that, and to put it back together, you just kind of push that in, and then there's this little jeweled part here holds the mirror back in as is. So all that comes in this little kit. There's also a mini lip gloss, which I just kind of dotted on the center of my lower lip there. It's in Enchantress. It comes on a key ring, so you could put this on your keys as well, and everything else can go in that little bag. Toss it in your purse as you go to work, and it's a really easy look. And that's kind of why I sort of identified with this as a workplace tutorial, because I feel like it didn't take very long to do, and a lot of times when we're getting ready for work, we don't have a ton of time in the morning. So hopefully this helped you, give you a little bit of an idea of what might be appropriate as you go to work, and have a great day, and thanks so much for watching.